Hi guys, my name is Crystal and you're watching Budget by the Bag. Today we're doing part 4 of the series, Our Different Budgeting Journeys. I'm going to talk about my struggles with budgeting. This was created by Budgeting April. The first one I want to talk about is unexpected costs. I remember when I was in college, my car needed a fuel pump. It was going to cost $1,000 and I didn't have it. I had to call my dad and borrow the money. After I made that call to my dad, I instantly regretted it. But I needed the money. Personal loans, I do not like. And I've only had to do one. And I just told you about it. It's weird because owing somebody personally for me is very hard. And I will never forget what he did for me when I was in college. That was probably a low point in my life because I had to do that. That phone call meant that I was not prepared to be an adult, which made me feel like a failure. I never want to put myself in that position again. Another unexpected cost that we've encountered would have to be a few years back when the AC went out in this home. We got, I think, 3 quotes, and ultimately we paid over $9,000 to replace the AC. And within 30 days of us paying $9,000 for an AC replacement, our water heater went out. And that was another $1,500. That's why buffers, emergency funds are very important to me, because I want to ensure that I have money set aside for those unexpected costs. Number 2, pay frequency changes. Now, I've been paid all kinds of ways. Weekly, bi-weekly, twice a month, and now monthly. There is a trial and error, in my opinion, from 1 to 6 months. And so having to call utility companies to move a date or call a credit card company to move a payment date, I've done before. So it's going to happen, and you just have to find a way to adjust. Number 3, old habits die hard. I want to talk about frivolous spending. I found an old keychain with the tags on for $9. In inflation terms, that's probably about $13 to $14 at this point. I don't know when I bought it. I don't know why I bought it. And sometimes when I'm, at a store and I'm like, oh, that's cute, I should get that. And then I have to think to myself, well, why do I need it? What's the long-term value in this? I mean, will I use it every day? Will it just be sitting in a box somewhere for me to find years later and not have ever used it? So I'm trying to do better at thinking about my purchases. Another old habit would have to be buying bags, specifically vintage bags. I like the thrill of finding vintage bags that still look like as if you bought it at the store during that time. Bags and jewelry. Shoes, clothes is not my thing. So I find myself wanting to step away from all this, the budgeting channel, stuff like that, to go back to my old ways. And I had a period where I did take a break from this channel. And now I'm like, do I want to keep doing this? Do I see myself doing this long term? And I know this isn't about that. in this video, but my old self and a little bit wants to let go of all this. So when I'm talking about my old habits die hard, I'm thinking about this channel because the money that I've saved, my mind goes back to, oh, I could buy this, or oh, I could buy that. I need to figure out a way to not let that overcome me. Number 4 would be prioritizing myself. And it's weird because I just talked about my old self, right? But it's about um, going at 100 miles per hour and not slowing down to recharge yourself. And it doesn't have to be material, but it could be if that's what you want. It could be doing something nice for yourself, a massage, um, just something to recharge and refill your tank. So self-care, in my opinion, is important when it comes to budgeting. And I definitely have struggled in that department because I would be like, no, I need to save this money to pay off debt. But you also need to live. You also need to enjoy life. I'm not saying go out and, buy, $10,000 worth of, jewelry, clothes, whatever. What I'm saying is every so often, do something for yourself. That's what I mean by that. The stress about debt. Mentally, I would feel so bad about myself that in order for me to feel happy again, I would go and spend money. Emotional, crying about it, um, thinking, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to get to the point where I feel financially free? And physically, there are times that I felt bad about the debt, and I would go buy me some dessert, some type of good meal, comfort meal. And that takes a toll on you. The stress of debt, mentally, emotionally, physically. I was heavier when I was going through my debt journey. And now I'm trying to work on my health. Number 6 would be family. When you are going through your journey and you start knocking things off, right? Your family, not necessarily close family, but maybe extended family, and this is where I'm kind of going with more towards extended family. They see that you have, I don't know, free money, uh, disposable income that you can just do whatever you want with it. And they tend to take advantage of that. And I remember asking Saving Mrs Vee a question that was hypothetical, but it really wasn't, because in that example, I had definitely gone through it. Family members who you help, but when they continue to ask and not work on themselves, you start feeling, uh, you start to feel that you are being taken advantage of. And I've had a couple of family members do that to me. And I know this probably sounds bad, and I'm not really trying to make it like sound like so horrible for either side. But family can definitely be a struggle when it comes to your budgeting. You just got to know when to say no versus when to step in and help. I want to say thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry that it did not get posted on Tuesday. I've worked a lot this week, 12-hour days, and I'm just tired. But I made an obligation to get this done. So I want to say thank you for watching, and I want you to go check out the TeacherAZ. I will link everybody who's in this ODBJ movement in the description box below. The next and final video will be Tuesday, and that's going to be on advices, my advice to you. So I hope you'll join me on Tuesday. I'll have one more video on Sunday, just, your typical video, and then Tuesday will be my advice video. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.